Hello, my name is Merkas. I plan on showing off Crash 3 Insane Trilogy, Crash 3 Warped in the Insane Trilogy. I am streaming this on my stream as I record this, so I might be interacting with chat while I do this. But we'll start off right away. This recording is for ESA, both Movember and ESA Winter, which I plan on submitting on. So 3, 2, 1, go. So this game starts off pretty fast actually. I will be interacting with Coco, Crash's sister, from the get-go, because I will explaining what we do to her later, but I won't be showing that off for a few levels. I'll be doing a movement called hop sliding at the start of this level, which you're gonna see is gonna be really fast. So I'm interacting with Coco here. This is hop sliding. So what it does is that I do a slide spin and a jump, and if I land on the ground, or like if I land on the ground before my spin ends, I get like, the game doesn't recognize that I'm landing. So I keep the falling speed like this, so it's super fast. So in levels like these, like the medieval levels, I want to keep this. I dropped it there, but it's a really hard tech. And the consistency of it is like something you really need to practice. So see, just because I lost that, I lost a bit of time, but it's not that important. Like drops like that happen all the time. I'm gonna show off the normal slide spinning in a bit, like so that you can see, like this level is perfect for it, so that you can see like the difference between hop sliding and slide spinning. So this is a normal slide spin. It's the fastest normal kind of movement, but when I get on here, you can see hop sliding is a lot faster. So it's important to keep this up as much as possible, but as I said, it is very hard, and this level is a prime example of how hard it is. There's multiple ways of getting them. I can get them off those triple stacks, but I failed it this time. There's another one coming up that I can try it on. So this is the first out of 2 dino levels, like this lava theme. They're famous for like going backwards and being quite hard because you don't really know what's going on. There I got a hop slide off the triple stack. Pretty hard to do, more like an advanced technique. It forces the top box to push you down, and it doesn't recognize, like it doesn't look like you're jumping at all, but you do need to jump. So here you will see the switching to Coco that I mentioned. I will be pressing R2 now. So now I enter as Coco, and you don't see like an animation. Because if you play this game normally, like when you go in as Crash in one of the Coco levels, you do an animation, and it takes around like totally like 4 seconds overall if you do that animation in both entering and exiting in 2 plus 2, so 4 in total. And this is first of 2 jet ski levels in any percent run. I'll be going back and forth like this because it's very slightly faster. These levels are pretty free, like not much happens during them, so this is a really nice level for like donations and stuff actually. And also these crystals in these jet ski levels are famous for just you can just go through them, like phase through them, like they don't even exist. So I'm trying to go off the ramps on the side. I didn't do it good enough there. Like slightly off the side, because that gives you like a very small speed boost. Like that, yeah. So I'm gonna try go through this bounce. That's the third level making waves. So we're gonna do another Coco level now called Orient Express, where you ride a tiger for the entire level. And I'm gonna hold the boost for the entire level and just go really fast. So now I'm already Coco, and I can enter like this. Hey Wolves, long time no see. So yeah, this is the first out of two. I'm gonna do one really soon, like they're really close to each other. I'm just gonna hold the boost here the entire time. In this level, I want to jump as little as possible. Like skip corners and jump as little as possible because you're slightly slower in the air. And also, the thing for Crash and Centrality is that cutting corners while the camera turns is also slightly faster. So you want to like this, turn inwards when I do that. Saves a bit of time. It's like, it's not much each level, but it turns into quite a bit in the grand scheme of things. So that's Orient Express. Pretty straightforward level. Not too much going on. Under Pressure. This level is pretty hard. There's a this game is heavily cycle based. I haven't talked about that yet, but there's one cycle I have to make at the end of this level, which is really hard to make. So I did a switch glitch again to switch back to Crash, because this is a Crash exclusive level. So here I will alternate between square and X, because spinning and paddling, like you can kind of paddle with your legs, is combining those two are the fastest way of movement underwater. I will pick up the underwater vehicle right here. There I got stuck for a little while, so I might not be able to make the cycle I wanted. I'll see that on the shark here. Might be possible still. Yeah, I made it. That's the cycle I wanted to make. Saves around 4 seconds, and it's kind of tight, but also okay when you get used to it. So another thing that's also really important in this game is mask management. I'm gonna route around mask management, where triple mask, because triple mask gives you immunity. So coming up now should be the first boss, Tiny Tiger, but it's not. This is gonna be I'm gonna do something called the gate clip. It's really hard to explain while I'm doing this. But we're glitching Coco so that she can walk through walls. So that you don't need to do the boss. It's a lot faster than doing the boss. And the boss is really boring. And we don't need the power up for the boss, because all it gives us is the body slam anyways. This is Midnight Run. It's the almost the exact same level as Orient Express. So I'm gonna explain gate clip while I'm here, because there's really not much going on in this level. What I'm doing is I'm glitching the menu behind Coco. I'm glitching the Coco menu that you can get up if you want to leave her or not, so that it's in the background while I do all the stuff that I did. So I change to Crash, press this down on the menu to switch to Coco, or up X to switch to Coco, which makes Coco glitched because she's not supposed to switch there. So she can now just magically walk through walls, and that's what I did. So it's quite a hard trick to explain, actually. I'll show it off better later, because we skip another boss also. That's boss number 4, Engine. Gate clip in total saves around 2 minutes. So here is the first out of 3 motorcycle levels. This level is really hard. I want to keep the boost that I get at the start of the level through the entire level. And there's one part where that is very hard to do. This boost right here. I want to try and keep this through the entire level. Not the way I'm usually doing it, but it still worked out, so I'm fine. So yeah, that's Hog Ride. You just boost through the entire thing. The controls on the motorcycle is kind of iffy. I guess we will see more in the 2 upcoming levels. Because in this level you just boost the entire time, and the controls are really hard to do anything about. So here comes the second medieval level, like the first level I did. Another hub sliding level, I just boost through the entire thing. But what is to note about this level is that I want to keep 2 masks out of it, because the next level, Hang 'em High, is a level where there are monkey bars, and I really need to have 3 masks for it, because it speeds it up so much, but I'm gonna talk more about it once I get into it. But yeah, I'm gonna start off a hop slide here on the right side, and then again on the left side, go all the way over. As you saw, there was a rotating mask box there, but that's not the one I want. There's one later here. Drop the hop slide there, but that's fine. I went back there just because I saw that guy was on a very bad cycle compared to what I'm used to, so I didn't wanna hit him, make him hit me, because then I would have to reroute. But a really nice thing about this game is that when it comes to masks, it's really flexible. So I can reroute stuff depending on how bad it hits me. Like if I get hit twice, I can do other stuff, and yeah. So it's very good for marathons in that way, because there's not very many mistakes you can do that is marathon damning. This is Hang 'em High. There's monkey bars here that I talked about. You move so slowly on them if you don't have triple masks. So that's why you want to enter this level with triple masks, because it speeds it up massively. There's also one neat hop slide I'm gonna do here. And also, as I said, cutting corners is very important in this game. This is a very linear game, and you want to like save as much time as possible. That goes for any speed game. I missed the hop slide there, which is fine. You don't need to make it, but it does make the level a bit faster to make the hop slide there. Then you can make it through this scorpion. If I made that hop slide, you can make it through that scorpion. So jump down there and jump up again, because as I said, being on the hang rails is so slow that you want to be on the hang rails as little as possible, really. Missed it there as well. Jump over this guy because he has notoriously bad hitbox. That's Hang 'em High. So as you see, not getting that hop slide lost a couple of seconds. Coming up is Tomb Time, the first tomb level, like the Egyptian style level, I think you can call it. This level is insanely hard. There's like a hop slide you can do here that's like really advanced. I'm gonna try and get it, but the chances of getting it is kinda low. It's truly a hard level. So I'm gonna start off here by trying to get a hop slide on the hill here. So, like this, yeah. Also, yeah, physics is very bad on oil and ice. Crash 3 doesn't have ice, but it does have oil. Crash 2 has ice. So I didn't get it. Which means this is gonna be slightly, like, 3-4 seconds slower. I'm gonna try to make it the next one though. Hard jump. So here it comes again. The same thing. Didn't get it again. As I said, those are very hard, so I'm not mad about not making them. It's completely normal. But I did make them in my PB, so I'm gonna lose a lot of time here. Yeah, as you see, that lost about 7 seconds not making those. There's not really any backup for them either, so if you don't make him, you just have to accept it. So coming up is the second boss, Dingodile. As in the original, you just skip the entire boss, you just jump over him as he didn't exist. Like as if he didn't exist. Like this. You're supposed to wait for him to shoot through the glass. But why wait when you can just skip everything? So I really don't want to lose my masks here either. Because that would mean no triple mask in the next level, and as I said, that's important. So I went a little off route, so I am not sure where the portal is, but I think it's around here. Yeah. You can control that portal, but it's not always accurate. It's kind of hard. So this, now we come up to the, I would say, a really hard part of the game. Warp 3 has some really hard levels. Starting with the second and the last dino level, like I showed up earlier. I really enjoy these levels because they're really cool and they're hard. That's Warp 3 and 4. So I'm gonna try and get a hopside here off that geyser. That's actually also like an advanced one. It's pretty hard. Might not make what I wanna now. So I'm trying to get past her. Okay. So the dino is chasing you again, and there's like these little streams here, as you see, and you can use them. I'm gonna try it one time. Go for this. Okay, nice, got it. Oh, I just walked in fire and didn't get burned, but I guess that's just normal in the Crash game. That was pretty much a perfect level. Extremely good. Got every hop slide in. Could have saved another second. It's also pretty good. Coming up is Deep Trouble, the second underworld level, and the beginner's layer of this game. This level is extremely hard, both to do just casually and to do optimally. So I'm gonna try to make cycles here, but these cycles are very hard, so the chances of me making them... Okay, I didn't make it, so I'm gonna wait here. Yeah, you can make that. I did not want to get hit there, but it's fine. I don't want to get hit there either, but as I said, it's fine. I'm gonna have to be a bit more careful now though, since I don't have any masks or anything supporting me anymore. I have to wait here. Yeah, I lost both my masks at a very bad time. So this is not gonna be the fastest level. But still not the worst. I think I lost like 5 there. This, as I said, that's an extremely hard level, and there's so many places where you can die. And you just have to be careful. And if you die there, it's always a bad death. It's like... yeah, you really don't want to die there. As for masks, it doesn't really matter if you want to damage abuse at 2 points, but it all depends on cycles, because if you mess one cycle up, like just everything goes badly. So you have to think about where to damage abuse next. The second and the hardest motorcycle level in the run. Basically, if you fall down in a hole or make a big mistake in this level, you won't win the race, which means you have to redo the entire race, which is like a 2-minute time loss. So it's really bad if that happens. So you want to cut corners and try to get past these guys. These guys are notorious for just being very mean to you and knocking you out and just, yeah. So, as you see, there's not as much boosts here as in the first level I did, Hog Ride, the first motorcycle level. Here comes one boost, but I have to like jump over this, so it doesn't last for very long. So yeah, this is more about just like maneuvering and not so much about the boosts. So I wanted that guy to hit me, which he didn't none of the times, so I had to manually brake. But if he hits you, you can just like get off, get on the side without slowing down really, because he helps you turn. Because as I said, the turning on these motorcycles are horrendous. So here's one boost, which I can't keep for that long, but I can keep it for some here. And I have to brake, go around this hole, and that's road crash. So now we only have one motorcycle level left, and that's a pretty easy one compared to the 2 others. You have so much leeway. Coming up now is the 3rd and final medieval level. Also the hardest one. Also the last case where we will see any hop sliding in this run. This is the last level where hop sliding is used. Because I will explain later, but after the next boss we get something different. So I want to try to go off the side there, because the thing is, like, if you have to aim your hop sides, because sometimes you drop too far and the hop sides just drop. So after playing this for a while, you like learn of places where to do it, of course, and like there's even some pits you can go over. But it's like a really hard tech, and it's something you learn after getting really good at the game. It's not something you learn right off the bat, honestly. Pretty good level. So yeah, a lot of my splits are kind of weird because I only have one run on these splits. But this is my PB I'm comparing against. High time. Second of the Arabian levels, really hard, really hard. I'm gonna do a skip. This is like really important to make cycles. I'm gonna focus up and try to make this because it saves a huge amount of time if I make what I want to make. So I want to jump up to this carpet early. This is where it comes. As I said, hangrails are slow, so I want to try and skip hangrails now. So see if I can get this. So I want to... Okay, what I want to do is I want to go outside of that and land on the carpet, but that death isn't a big deal, so I can do that. I won't be doing that now though, but it's not a huge death. Might still be able to make this, yeah. So cycle seems to be good even though I died. So the most important thing to note is that I would like 2 masks out of this level, but 1 is okay. Because you really need 1 for the next boss, because we do a really cool skip, which saves a lot of time. So, like, no matter what, you want a mask while going out of this level. So that time loss isn't only for that level. I guess I lost 10 seconds or so, maybe even more on that level, but also I lost quite a lot on Deep Trouble, the underworld level. So here comes Entropy. This is by far the coolest boss in the trilogy, in my opinion. If you play this game, you have to wait for him to like shoot his rockets and you have to dodge a lot of stuff. We just ignore that in the speedrun. It's like it doesn't even exist. So I'm gonna wait for him to shoot his first rocket. I'm gonna jump over it and then just jump over to his side, hit him, jump back. I have to dodge that wave because if that hits you, you're just dead. Anyways, even if you have a mask. So this last, you can't just jump over normally. So this is why I need a mask. So I'm waiting for him to shoot one, jump over, damage abuse, because I get extra height of damage abusing, and then land on him. So yeah, really cool boss, and really fast. So this is why we don't skip any other bosses than Engine and than Tiny and Engine also, because they have useless power-ups and they're really long bosses compared to the others. So I got the Death Tornado spin, so hop sliding is no longer a thing. But what I did now was what we call a mock tornado. It has the same principle, like it doesn't you keep your spin while landing, so you get a movement boost. It doesn't recognize that you're like it thinks you're falling still, and doesn't recognize that you're in the. Doesn't recognize that you're still. That you're just on the ground. But you can't chain them like I did hop slides. You can't continuously keep chaining them. That's not possible with the mock tornadoes. You have to reapply. You're gonna see a lot more use of that later, but it's a really cool tech, and it's a lot easier to learn than hop sliding also. But yeah, this is the second jet ski level, and the last we do in the run. It's called Tell No Tales, and it's pretty much just as boring as making waves, so another perfect donation example actually. But I'm gonna use this level to explain about like the movement tech and how it was discovered in this game. Because usually, like in the start, I didn't start right off when this came out running this, but slide spinning was the only thing we did. Not even Mach Tornado, like I did showed off just now. Like, not even that was a thing. And Mach Tornado was found, and then later the current world record holder, J Hobbs, found hop sliding, which is why it's called after him, because he found it. He didn't name it after himself, but it got named that way. But later, the community has kinda renamed it to landing slide spin, or LSS. So it's called both hop sliding and LSS. But yeah, hop sliding / LSS is only useful the first 3 warp rooms, and then Mach Tornado takes over. Which one is faster? It's probably hop sliding. The reason why we don't skip entropy to keep hop sliding is because these levels that you do Mach Tornadoes are better for Mach Tornadoes. It's just very convenient for us that hop sliding isn't really good there. So normally I would like an extra mask here for this level that I'm entering, Sphinxinator, but it's completely fine to enter without. So in this level you're gonna see good use of the Mach Tornado. This is what I'm doing now. We can use this to make cycles and other stuff. There's one cycle I'm trying to make up here. So like this. This cycle. There I made it with like a lot of leeway, but it's not as free as it seemed there. So now I'm gonna do a very hard jump. Like I did make it with a lot of free time, but I'm also really good at that jump, but it's considered a very hard jump. So there I use the Mach Tornadoes a lot, and that's how to do this level optimally. You have to utilize it just very much. Tomb Wader. This is the level where water keeps rising. Like, it's a extremely hard level, and if you walk in the water while it's up, you just die. And also the physics is kind of weird, so sometimes it just kind of drags you down and doesn't allow you to jump. There's one cycle here that's extremely hard that we call the God cycle. I'm gonna try and make it, but if I feel like I won't make it, I won't do it. I will back out because it's not a marathon friendly cycle to make. Yeah, there I wanted to make that one and jump, but I didn't, so. And my movement was pretty good, so it's kind of like, should explain how hard that is. And Mach Tornado also has different different grades to it. Like you can do a short Mach, like I did there, or you can do like an extra long one, but it's all up to rhythm. Like you have to match it's a rhythm based speed tech. It's pretty hard to do correctly at times. Like sometimes you have to like be really correct on the timing you do it. Kinda got choked there a bit, as I explained. Okay, there I failed. I dropped my mark and fell a bit early. That's just a normal, like that's what can happen if you don't do it correctly. You just drop. This is a lot of time dying here because I was at the end of the level, but it's also fine. I would like to have double mask, like triple mask for the upcoming level. This is what I wanted to do. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, but I failed. So I lost about 20-25 seconds dying there, and another like 8 to not having triple mask in this next level coming up. But so far this is a pretty good run for a marathon, or like a marathon-wise run. It is worth saying that I've been on vacation for a week, so I'm kinda rusty, and of course I would be practicing a lot more when it comes to a marathon. Just that I've been out of the town, not able to do runs. Here's one cycle you can make, which is very hard. Doesn't really matter much now that I don't have, but I made it, yeah. That cycle saves about 3 seconds making, or if you go around those lasers and stuff. But I don't have triple mask, so it's gonna be slow this way either way. But still glad about making that cycle. So this mask we don't need, so we can damage abuse with this mask. I didn't plan to damage abuse like that, but sure. Didn't think I got hit there. Some hitboxes in this game is really atrocious. It's a common thing known to runners, that hitboxes aren't really kind in this game. Yeah, Nitros also, as you see there, can jump weirdly and then just kill you if they jump. Didn't want to take that. So that's Future Frenzy. Now I have one level left in Warp 4, and that's the level called Bye Bye Blimps. All Bye Bye Blimps is a flying level. It's one of 2. I'm gonna do one almost right after this. And I have to shoot down the blimps. There's timing to them. I have to start turning. You will see I start turning before the blimp is actually dead. So I'll turn right here, shoot 5, and then turn. I think it's 5 or 6. So now comes the second gate clip. I'm gonna do this almost entirely blind, because on PC, when you do the gate clip, it turns your screen black until you enter a level. So what you're gonna see me do here is that I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save over this. Yeah. Just to have, because there's a chance of soft locking when doing this. And I really don't want to soft lock. So I'm gonna try doing this again. Didn't get it. It's kind of hard activating this. I have to slide down. So let me see if I can do this. So wait, switch. So there. Took a bit time to get it, but I entered blindly. And I entered the right level. So this is Mad Bombers, the second flight level. This is a lot more intense because I have to make a cycle here, because if these planes get away, it takes a lot of time. But what I did there in the second game club is that I relied on sound only, actually, because I have to hear where I am, because the sound differs from what platform you're standing on. So if I stand in the warp room platform, it's like a metal sound, and if I'm on the railing where I have a chance of soft docking, there's like this hollow sound. So it's a really hard trick to do, and there is a way of doing it not blind, but it loses about 15 seconds, so of course I want to do it blind if possible. Cow Skipper, thank you for the follow. That was a skip called Gate Clip. I can show it off better after this run. So showcasing it so that you understand exactly what I'm doing. So that was both the plane levels back to back, and here comes the last motorcycle level. So obviously, there's a lot to explain. It's a really like quick run. Like you go through 3 bosses, do 2 skips and 25 levels. So there's a lot to talk about, and sometimes it's easy to forget what to talk about. So obviously, in a marathon, I would like to have a commentator with me, which would make my job easier. It's kind of hard to do this run with both commentating and playing, because it's very intense. There's a lot of inputs you have to do correctly and stuff. But all in all, so far this has been a very good run. So here again, here's a boost I want to hold for quite a while. Yeah, this police guy is nice to me today. He's not always nice. So you can hold that boost, but I didn't, because I turned way too late. That's gonna lose me some time, but not much. It's fine losing boosts like that. It's completely normal. They're really hard to keep for that long. See if I can make this. Yeah, I lost that one too. It's really hard, because he's almost always at a bad cycle if you do something bad. Like if you mess up just like slightly like I did. So here comes Bug Lights. Technically the last level, like level 25, but we do it in any order we want. So Mach Tornado is heavily used in this level. Want to utilize this as much as possible. And I will get a triple mask in this level. There's actually 4 masks in this level. So we'll be doing 1 Mach here, cut it off short, and another one. Let's see. So here, if you slide like that, you won't get hit. For some reason, that door just refuses to hit you if you slide. So I'm gonna get hit here on purpose, just to open that door. Because that's how cycles work. If you get some cycles, if you get hit, like they open. And I really don't want to wait for that door, so why should I? That is pretty bad death, but it's okay because I got the triple mask here. My jump didn't get registered. Sometimes that happens. It's quite a hard cycle to make, so... Now I don't think I'm making it though. I did, even with all those mistakes. So that's completely fine. I got to show off the cycle at least. So I just accept stuff like that, because it does have, like, these levels are, it's very hard to optimize the mocks like the top players of this game do. And sometimes you miscalculate and that happens. But I still have my double mask, which is good, that I didn't get any checkpoint in between those deaths, because now I can use it for the second future level of this game, and the last one. Gone tomorrow. And here triple mask is really important, and you're gonna see why really soon. Because I'm basically gonna be able to go through like everything. Like here. So instead of going around anything, I can just mock tornado through. Like nothing even exists. So these also have very bad hitboxes. So technically I don't need these two masks, so I can damage abuse to them. I don't agree on beating it there, but it's fine. Hitboxes doesn't always agree with you. But it's fine to have a backup mask, as I do now in Flaming Passion, because that level just have a tendency to be mean. So I won't make this. Okay, now I don't. I thought I could wait, but I was a bit eager. So now I don't have a mask for Flaming Passion, so I have to do it the old school way, which is also very fine. So this is the last level of the run. Flaming Passion, the last Arabian level, and the last Arabian level took quite some time away from me, so hopefully this doesn't do the same, and it's very nice. This is an insanely cool level, you can go really fast in it. So there's one cycle I'm gonna try to make, which requires me to jump over here. See? And I made it. Okay, nice. Didn't make that one, but it's fine. So I'm gonna do a vertical climb here. Can be a bit faster, but still pretty cool to just go from trampoline to trampoline. I got stuck on the box there, and that happens sometimes, so I can just over. That's the last level of the run, Flaming Passion. And now it's time for the last box. Last boss. We already actually took the last box. Neocortex. This is... like... this game has very little RNG. Oh! Here I forgot to switch to Crash, and here you saw the animation, which is a nice thing, because I actually got to show it off. That's what happens if you forget to press R2 when entering. You get an animation that Coco goes into the ground and Crash comes. So that takes some time. So yeah, he has 3 phases, and the only RNG part of this is the mines, where he throws them. So as you see there, close to him as that's very bad RNG. Like, that's the worst I've seen in a while. So basically the masks are going to keep fighting. Cortex is going to shoot 3 beams, 3 bolts, and then throw mines. So that's what's going to happen. I guess I can use this boss to explain a bit about myself and why this game for me. I started speedrunning earlier this year, but I've been a big fan of watching speedruns for many years. I picked up the Insane Trilogy, and I've done a lot of other categories than this, but this is my favorite. Slowly worked my time, slowly bettered my time, and now I'm currently 3rd place on the leaderboard, I believe. It's a pretty optimized run. There's still things that can be done, but it's a pretty hard and challenging run and super fun. So that's why I spent my time in it, and it has not been on ESA yet, because we don't have that many European runners, so I really want to show it off. It has been on GDQ by the current world record holder, but I would really like to show it off on ESA, both Movember and Winter. So here you see time is gonna end when I enter the portal here. So 43:32 is, as you can see, 1 minute 22 over my PB, which is I would say this is a very good marathon time. Actually, very impressive. This game runs on 60 FPS on PC. It makes the game a lot easier. On PS4 it was 30 FPS and everything was a lot slower. So that's about it. I guess I can also show off the gate clip just to show you what is done when I do it blind. It's a nice thing to have, like, if I have spare time over. Also, an incentive to be done is the future tense level, the new level that got released. So I'm gonna show how it's done here in the not blind version. I just like doing this twice when I come from there because it's safer. So not doing it blind, I have to go all the way up to the future tense level. And this is why it's slower, because you have to do this to not make the screen go completely blind. So I did not mean to do that. So now I did fail it because I changed. Just gonna try again. The inputs are very specific, so that's why I felt it like I did. And I'm really not used to... So I have to press X up there, that's what I forgot to do. I'm really not used to doing it not blind, because I always do it blind. So that's why this happened. So I changed to Coco, and now she can walk through walls like this, right? You see? Switch to Crash, because glitched Coco can't jump. So from here, this is what I did blindly when entering Warp 5. Slide jump over, walk over here. When I land here, I down X to trigger the menu, as you can see it down in the right corner. Switch to Coco again, because she can walk through walls, and here I am in Warp 5, without opening the gate. Very impressive trick, very cool. So yeah, that's it for me in Crash 3 Insane Trilogy, any percent. And I really hope to get this run in, both in Movember and ESA Winter, because it deserved to be shown off in Europe as well as the States. So, thank you a lot, and bye.